This program brought to you by Expert United Marine and the Gulf International Trading Group.
Nature is beautiful when life is an art in every form. Yoga is a culmination of nature within every form of life in this world of nature. Welcome all of you to the body and the mind. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
There's one thing which I've noticed and I've been craving to ask you, maybe from several episodes. I think this is the right time. Let me tilt my body a little bit. We've been having this photograph in the background of every shoot that we take.
Yeah.
So what is the significance of this picture? Is this a Shivlinga, this one?
No, actually, we say there are 7 main chakras in the human body.
Mm-hmm.
There is something called we call it as the main 7 chakras. They're all whirlpool of energies. Basically, if you observe, the 8 chakras in the body, we call it as the bindu. Bindu is the pineal gland. We have seen these people having this hair, little hair, that plays actually seat of the pineal gland. And the other 7 chakras are called the Sahasrara chakra. That's the crown, Sahasrara chakra. Then we have the Agnya chakra, we have the Vishuddhi chakra, Anahata, Manipura, Swadhisthana and Mooladhara chakra. These are the 7 other chakras. These chakras are nothing but whirlpool of energies. Like for example, in modern medical science we call it as sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. So starting from the base, from the starting of the back of the head, the spine, it links here together. Again here it crosses, it crosses, it crosses, like that it settles down. These whirlpool of energy, they have different current also. It said the lowest Mooladhara chakra has 220 kilovolt of current. The Swadhisthana chakra is 440 kilovolt of current. That's why when you sit in Vajrasana, this connects the major connection between the brain and the Vajra Nadi. That's the 2 main nadis are connected. The system operates beautifully, channelizes the energies beautifully. And when we do namas or when we sit in Vajrasana, all these are in Vajrasana postures. Automatically the 2 main nadis are connected. So your lower part of the body also becomes strong. Swadhisthana chakra. Third is called the Manipura chakra. Manipura chakra is something having 110 kilovolt of current. Whatever you eat is all digested. This is called 60 kilovolt of current heart. Continuously the heart operates like, for example, in a day 5,000 to 10,000 liters of blood it purifies. And almost 1 lakh times the heart beats, 60 kilovolt of current. Then we have the Vishuddhi chakra, which is again 110 kilovolt of current. We have the Agnya, 220 kilovolt, and this is 1000 kilovolt of current. So Sahasrara chakra is basically the 1000 kilovolt of current. And each chakra has its own impact on the physical, emotional, and mental state of the personality. So as a person starts evolving in his consciousness from the base of the Mooladhara to the Swadhisthana, the energy flow starts arising to a higher consciousness. So a person who has attained the highest of consciousness, understanding the essence of knowledge, mature to wisdom, we say it is in the highest of Sahasrara chakra. So this is basically the emblem or the picture that you see is called the Sahasrara chakra. In the Sahasrara chakra, if you see, there is something called like a orange color seating, if you can see. orange color itself depicts or symbolifies the color of the flame. And flame means light, and light is knowledge. A person who has attained the highest of knowledge, we say he is in the seat of wisdom. When he is in the seat of wisdom, the consciousness is in the purity of consciousness can be seen. The consciousness is highly evolved. But every person has their own negative and positive tendencies or nature. But a person who has attained the highest of his consciousness, automatically the negativities are absolutely well managed, we can see. So when you see the seat of wisdom, along with the purity of the consciousness, you can see the blue light depicts the negativities, but it is absolutely well managed in the highest of potential energy, wherein the positive or the purity of the consciousness goes beyond the negativities, and you can see the white effulgence above the blue lining. This all comes with the seat of wisdom, that's why the orange color again. And such a person who has attained the higher level of his purity in consciousness, wherever he is, you can see the effulgence of white light pervading his whole being of knowledge and wisdom that he carries along with him. And the thousand petal lotus that we see in the Sahasrara Chakra are the personifications of the different characteristics of the personality, because the greatest wealth of a human being is not money or materialistic wealth, but the greatest of the personalities of the wealth is characteristics of humility, simplicity, perseverance, fearlessness, strength, courage. Like this, 1,000 types of different attributes are there in a personality. So this chakra actually represents the highest of personification that a person has evolved in his consciousness, and this is called the Sahasrara Chakra. Now why this attains this form, we call it as a Shivalinga, is because even an atomic reactor in the highest of potential energy, it all attains this form. This attaining of this form in the highest of potential energy is what depicts this shape of Shivalinga. That's why it's a highly potent energy which is there in that form. So that's why it is seen to be, or rather said to be, a Shivalinga. Shiva means what? It is the energy that is there in every human being that brings in changes in a continuous pattern all the time. It has no beginning and no end. The only permanent thing which is there in this world is change. And that is why this energy represents the highest of potential energy in the consciousness of a person who has attained the purity of his consciousness and who has highly evolved to that higher state. That's the meaning of that.
Now talking about the lotus petals, you said you have 1,000 in numbers. Why this standard of 1,000 in numbers? Why not 2,000, 3,000, 4,000?
It has been evolved to understand this is the current that is available. It's not like you can opt it and make it 2,000 or 3,000. It is available to every human being, and this much of current is there. For example, we say this has 220 kilovolt of current. Now, sometimes you can see people sometimes turning, or even just by looking, they bend the rods. To bend that rod, that much of current has to be there to bend. If your mind is doing it, automatically it shows your mind has achieved that capacity or capability to bend. So that by understanding the power of the mind, you have understood that this much of capacity the mind has. So it has understood, and this, what you have understood is, this brain has 1,000 kilovolt of current. You can't extend it to 2000 or 3. It is the availability of current in every human being. And if you really look to it, we hardly use, even the greatest scientists used only 4% of his brain. See, we are like, you may be asking why not we have 2000 or 3000. Actually, even this 1000, if you observe, it's like we all have a beautiful palace, but we do not know what all is there in it. We come, we'll squat in one corner of the palace, live, eat, sleep, drink, whatever we do, and live in the corner, and then we go. We are not even utilizing a part of it. It's available. God has given us that capacity, but we are not utilizing that capacity. Even if you see this Sahasrara Chakra, it says, from the gross level of consciousness, from the thinking about, initially we think about only existence, artha, kama, dharma, moksha. These are all different level of consciousness evolution. So initially we look to the basic necessities. Once the basic necessities are achieved, we want to experience or enjoy those materialistic things. So I find happiness in that. Then I look to attaining more and more of it. Then I want to do charity. Then even after charity also I don't find happiness. So where is this happiness? So an evolution of consciousness happens in every human being at every point of time according to his awareness and alertness that he is witnessing what all he is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So this evolution is what takes him to the highest state of his Sahasrara Chakra. So once the individual consciousness has evolved to a higher state and merged with universal consciousness, he is equivalent to that higher reality. And that higher reality level is the power that we see in Sahasrara Chakra. So it's a unique higher level of the state of that person which is embedded or symbolified.
This is a question which I'm asking out of curiosity. When you see a God photograph or something like that, you have a ray of light encircled behind that personality, be it a God or some heavenly body or angel or something like that. You have a globe sort of, a ray of light. What is that? Why is it so?
Actually, in every human being, it's not only for such particular people or persons or saints. This is called the bioplasmic body, which is there for every human being. It's almost 3 meters in diameter. See, for example, sometimes you're walking down the road. You would not have looked back, but you feel someone is coming. When his aura body touches your aura body, a stream of vibrations touches your physical body, wherein you experience and you turn back. Sometimes before getting a cold or a fever, you say, I feel feverish. Fever has not entered the physical body. So this aura body is existent in everyone. But as the person evolves in his consciousness, more heat, light, electricity, magnetism starts generating in the physical body. This is seen in the aura body also very clearly. So these are people who can see the symbolifying factor of emancipation of light emerging from them. Because whatever a common man is today is because of his ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
As you start evolving more and more and more into the knowledge, the real essence of light starts manifesting from within. So this light is what is depicted or seen also in the external bioplasmic body of that person. That is the reason for this light. because we are all source of light. But because of our ignorance or darknesses, we are not understanding the essence of light.
So does the power of that circle or the brightness of that light depends from personality to personality?
100%. It depends on person to person. As you start evolving into a higher light, a higher consciousness or knowledge, what happens is your aura body also shows the emancipation or evolution of the consciousness, which is shown in a stream of brightness of the light. That's what it is. All of us can have it. So the more and more we start evolving, the more and more heat, light, electricity, magnetism, you can see the real essence of light coming up from within, and it shows in the bioplasmic body very clearly. That's why you see it.
We've heard about this Reiki healing techniques. Is Reiki a son or a daughter of yoga?
Okay. Actually, there are two energies operating in the world. We call it as the mother and father. Two healing energies are always there. These two energies are the manifestation which you see in every aspects of life. These two energies are what gives the substratum of everything in the world. So these two healing energies we call Reiki as the mother and Pranic as the father. Reiki is very soothing energy, long lasting. Pranic is immediate, powerful and effective. So these are the two types of energies which is already there in the world. Only nowadays or later, like people came to understand about these healing energies more and more. They started experimenting it. And those people who really took interest to learn more and more about it, they started telling in separate thing as this is pranic energy, this is Reiki and all those things. These are all there in this world all the time. It was the knowledge of the people that has made them understand and now been able to utilize it. So the more popularity it gained out of the practices, now we are able to understand it as Reiki and Pranic. These are always there, it has always been there, it is there, it will be there till the world exists.
It's not an invention.
It's not an invention. It's always there in this. Even whenever you have a pain, you keep your hand on the knees and just give the healing energies. It will relax you, it will give you everything. You don't have to learn Reiki or Pranic for that. It's already existent in you. Whenever you have a pain on the knees, close your eyes and give the healing energies. Say, I am sorry for what I have done, overstrained you. Please, I am there with you. You support it mentally, automatically it will come back to good health. The power is there within us. Only we have now started realizing the powers, because the people came to know and understand about it now recently when people started working on it more and more. So it's always been there, it will be there throughout.
Mm-hmm.
This is a beautiful knowledge.
Is it part of yoga?
See, this is all again healing energy is yoga only. Yoga is something, this is all energy in you. Energy is always in you. For example, you say, I have to eat. Eating is a process, but your wanting is already existing there. You cannot say, my wanting was not there, but I eat. No. It's already been there, it will be there. That wanting is what makes you get things, achieve things. So whenever I am sick, I want to come out of it. Like how you want to eat, I want to come out of it. So healing energies are there all the time. But knowing about the wanting is more important. So now you know what I want, that's it. And you are working to achieve it in a much faster pace. Your knowledge on the subject is good now. That's it. There's nothing like it has suddenly come into the world. No. It has been there, it will be there. It's a part of the... See, yoga, as I told you, is an energy or a knowledge which is there in this world from nature, contributed by nature. With all the healing, everything. Only we, as we were like monkeys with diamonds in our hands. We did not know the value until someone told about it, discovered about it, and then now we are working on it. So whoever has brought into this knowledge, who has been developing it, and still there are so many researches being done by people. So each one, like we are all a part of nature. So as a son and daughters of nature, we are bringing the knowledge back into nature. We cannot say thousands of years saints Today, whoever is trying to discuss, they are also saints, philosophers, teachers. They are also contributing again to the world for the next generations to come. So it's an ever-growing knowledge which is there, transcending at different point of time through different people. So this is a beautiful essence that is a never-ending process. It's all there in this world.
What changes has yoga undergone since its inception?
Actually, there is nothing as inception in yoga, Yoga has been there, it will be there, and as long as the world is there, this knowledge is there. It's like, there are so many universities, but I don't go to any university. Then I say, I cannot say there is no knowledge. If you go to that particular place and you want to have your earnestness of gaining the knowledge is there, you will get the knowledge. The problem is, we don't utilize it, nor do we ask about anything about it. It's like always a may I help you counter, always there. See, anything you ask, you gain. You get something, you have value for it. So yoga has been there, it will be there. You have to inquire about it. So whoever tries to gain more and more and more knowledge about it, always will get more and more and more into it.
So changes are there.
Changes are there means the awareness on the knowledge is expanding.
But the original remains the same.
Original and the thing is always there. It is universally, transcendently, it is always there. But our attunement to that knowledge is what we are determining as it is evolving or something. There is nothing as evolution. It is already there, existent. It is my awareness to the subject which has been limited, but it is growing in the limited state to the unlimited state. So the knowledge is always, say like physics or chemistry or math, knowledge about it is always there. It is we who try to understand it more and more and more, and as I discover, there is nothing as discovered, it is an existent fact. It's a knowledge. Likewise, knowledge about health, your breath, is all there. People from different points of time has understood. And today you can also gain more and more knowledge about, because it's already existing in the world as electromagnetic waves all the time. It is we who have to become an instrument to receive the knowledge and transcend to the world. So each one has to become an instrument to receive the knowledge. That can come with our personal sadhana, with our personal practice, having the initiative, determination, and a feeling of how we need to give the best to the world. Automatically things starts manifesting, because whenever we do something for ourselves, we become very tired. But whenever we are doing something for others, there's always immense energy to them. Why? Because God do not come in His form. He comes through people in various forms. So at any given point of time, something comes unique. It is because you have the cosmic knowledge coming into you because of your looking to give to the world. So you become an instrument in the hands of God. Naturally, the knowledge starts coming from within all the time.
I hope you enjoyed this episode, because it was informative information in this episode. But in the coming episodes, you'll find more and more and more on yoga. And this will be available only on Marine Biz TV, same time. Thank you and goodbye for watching us.